Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jonathan here. I'm gonna talk about Final Destination, one of my favorite franchises in horror in general. So yeah, let's talk about this. It's the Final Destination Bloodlines is coming out in May. I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna try to review all the movies. So let's talk about the first one. Final Destination One was released on March 13, 2000. Uh, Definitely is directed by James Wong, created by the story is created by James Wong, Glenn Morgan, and Jeffrey Reddick, and it's about a group of teenagers who escape death. That turns out death is going to follow them. We can't escape death. So let's talk about it. It stars Dem Sawa, Ali Larder, Kurt Smith, Sean William Scott, and featuring Tony the Legend himself, Tony Todd. Rest in peace. I actually got to meet Tony Todd. He's a wonderful guy. It's too bad he's gone. He's a legend in the horror community. Anyways, I also met Devin Sawa and Chris Smith, also really cool people. So, anyways, let's just get started. So it starts off that Devin Sawa's character Alex, he's just um getting ready for the trip, and he's like, hey, I want to keep the tag on, because if we get lucky, you never know. Turns out that his class, they're going to Paris to take a trip in Paris, which is really cool. But like, hey, but he starts to have the weird feeling when he sees the plane. He's like, man, something's really off. And suddenly, um, yeah, suddenly, he starts to hear a song. They hit this and that. It starts to get this weird feeling like something's gonna go wrong, right? But when they get on the plane, obviously you got Kurt Smith, Ellie Larder, Sean William Scott on the plane, and a couple other characters. Um, so this feels weird, but after a while, be on the plane starts to shake, and then suddenly out of nowhere, just plane's falling apart. It starts catching on fire. People are dying, flying out of the plane, and then fire explosion, man, and then everybody dies. But it just turns out to be a premonition. And they just say, everybody like, oh my god, we gotta get off the plane. This plane's gonna explode. We're gonna die and everything. Like, and the bully, Chris Smith's character who bullies him, um, he's like, no, fuck you, man. We're not getting on the plane. I want to go to the trip. We're here to take a trip in Paris. If you don't want to go, if you're on planes, get the fuck off. And of course, the fight goes out, and then everybody gets kicked off. Well, a few people get kicked off, and now they can't go on to Paris. But then Sean is looking at the window, sees the plane go, and then explosion, and then like the windows break, and they realize, holy shit, the plane was gonna explode. It did explode, and now they're talking to the police, asking like, how the fuck, how did you know it was gonna explode? Did you tamper with the plane by any chance? Or he's like, no, I saw the premonition, and yeah, they don't believe him. Like, it's like, no one gets a premonition like that, and then suddenly just saves a few people. But of course, no one believes him. His own teacher doesn't want to be around him. Um, his best friend's parents don't want him to be around him. So yeah. Anyways, they go to the funeral. They have the memorial thing. Sharing their moments. But then, of course, it's revealed on the news that there was an actual. No, okay, not yet. Sorry, that's later, a little bit. But anyways, it's unfortunate all those people died. But anyways, then Alex's best friend, he's just gonna kind of clean himself in the bathroom, and then as the water leaks from the toilet, he slips, and then gets wrapped around with the shower chain and the not chain, sorry. You know what? Wire, whatever it was, he was got wrapped around his neck. Now he's choking to death, and of course, stops breathing, he dies. And so yeah, and of course, Alex shows up at the house and finds out his best friend died, and his parents like, oh, he took his own life because he lost his brother. He could have handled the guilt of his brother's death. It's all your fault and everything, even though it wasn't his fault. But the scene I didn't get is why the water go back. I never understand that. That was kind of weird. But besides that, because we never see that shit again in the franchise. Um. So of course, Ali Larter's character, Claire Redfield's clear. Yeah. So clear. Clear. I'm sorry. All right, Clear and Alex meet up. They go to the morgue, and they run into Tony Todd talking about how you can't really escape death. Death is not happy, and it will come back to you until the job is done. And Tony Todd really, for just only one scene he's in this movie, he's really, really creepy, but he does it really well. But yeah, he's always been good at creepy and being menacing. I mean, if you've seen Candyman, you know he's really good at that stuff. Which Candyman is one of the best horror films of all time. And like I said, it's unfortunate that Tony Todd's gone. Again, rest in peace, my legend. You were a kind, hearted person, and a great actor. So, um, so yeah, it does, and then it burns the body of the best friend into the fire, obviously. And now they're trying to figure out like who is next. Of course, all chilling, and then it turns out the bully sees them hanging out, stops by, harasses him because the bully's girlfriend is like, "I'm tired of you being a fucking asshole. I'm tired of this shit. If death is gonna really get me, kind of shit, let it take me." And then Bust comes out of nowhere, bam, smacks into her, kills her. And it's one of the greatest moments ever too, because if you're first time watching this, you're like, "Oh shit!" It's great. So yeah, she's gone now, and then later on, Alex is watching the news, and it's revealed like how the plane exploded, and it turns out there was something wrong with the plane, and then it shows all the what led to the cause and everything, and I realized all the seating chart it led where the spots were led to are the spots where all the characters sat on, and that's the order it was supposed to do. It was supposed to die in. So it was clear that the teacher's next. So he's trying to sabotage anything he could do from dying. Obviously, the teacher's like, "Oh my god, he's here. I think he's gonna kill me." Obviously, the cops take him. But she has a glass of vodka. Of course, the glass breaks, puts the cup on the mug on the top of the computer, which is the old computer, and it leaks inside. And then as she walks away, she knows it's the smoke. And while she gets close to it, let's see what's going on. Slow explosion, the glass cuts her throat. Now she's suffering. She's trying. She can't talk because again her throat was slit. And then she falls. And then as she's trying to pull the cloth, there was a thing of the knives. When she pulls out, all the knives come down and stab her. Alex comes back, trying to save her, but unfortunately, a little explosion happened. Something hit the chair, and it smacks the knife deeper into her and kills her. He runs, the house explodes, and boom. And guess who sees him? Simon Scott's character, Billy. I can't remember every else's character's name, but except for Chris Smith's character. Does it say in the back? Yeah, anyways. And so later on, of course, later on, the bully drives by, picks him up. So there's the bully, Alex, Claire, sorry, and Billy in the car. He's driving fast, like, if death's really gonna get me, let take me, he's just driving crazy, reckless. Obviously, nothing's happening. He parks on the train track as the trains are coming. It's like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And everybody got the guy like, dude, get the fuck out, drive away. You're gonna fucking die. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. As the train gets closer, he's like, okay, I'm gonna drive away. He can't start the car anymore. And then he's kept unbuckled, he's stuck in it. He's like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. So Alex comes in, pulls him out of the car, and just the last second, barely survives. But Billy's like, you're dead, and you're taking me with you. And as he turns around, the parts of the car that's on the track flies and cuts his head off. And it's a great moment because you just see his head cut, half his head cut off, roll off, and his body just falls down. And they're like shocked, they're like, fuck. So now it's only them three left, but because Kurt Smith's character survived, so Alex's character decides, what if I just isolate myself somewhere else and no one can get me? So he builds a little place where he can hide for a while, and then he realizes Allie's next. Claire's character. Claire is next, and the storm's coming. There's lightning strikes. The power goes out, and then she's trying to escape, and then fire is just happening, and then the electricity, wires hit the car. Now she's stuck in the car. She can't move or anything. Alex comes in, saves her, gets shocked, dies for a bit, because obviously revived back. And then months later, Alex, Kurt Smith, and Claire are now in Paris. And it's funny because you think, why would I want to fly a plane? But yeah, they even mentioned that too. Like, it's crazy to fly the plane after what happened. But they all chilling, they have a nice time. Claire and Alex are together, obviously. And then when you realize it's not over, things start happening, and the sign falls and almost swings at Alex, but Kurt Smith saves him. Like, I told you next. Skip 3 now. He's like, and the Kurt Smith's like, who's next? And he hears the sign coming back at him, and they're shocked to realize, oh fuck, I'm next. And it cuts to black. Honestly, it's a simple movie. There's no action story structure here, but it's a fun movie. It has its flaws. First of all, it's entertaining. It's well acted. It's well directed, and the suspense is there. Especially that opening scene with the plane crash. You're like, especially watching the first time. Especially I was a little kid when I was watching that, so it hit me pretty good. And the idea, like even watching it, the idea that can happen, just because anything can go wrong with a plane, it still gets me. But yeah, my biggest problem with it is, one of the things I didn't like is, I didn't like that in the scene where his best friend was in the bathroom and the water comes out, and then it goes back, like if it like cleaned his own crime scene, like that was dumb. Um, the first half of the movie, the few first deaths, it just kind of most of the deaths here just kind of like, let's just get the shit done out of the way. The only one that took its time, like actually could happen, like what's it gonna be? Will it be this or will it be that? Is the teacher deaths, and it was the first one to do that in the franchise. Honestly, um Devon was great here. Ellie Lyra was pretty good. Christopher was good. I usually like Sean William Scott. He's fine. I don't think he was hilarious. He has his moments, but I don't think he was funny in the movie. I get why they cast him in here. What else? Honestly, I guess I'm okay. I'm fine with this. I like the movie. It's a good movie. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, it has its flaws. Um, I will say this: this I do like the ending we got. The alternate ending that they originally shot, well, the original ending was supposed to be, which you can watch the deleted scene. Um, basically, um, is that Alex dies, and time goes by. Ellie, Claire's character gets birth, and then she goes to the tombstone of Alex visit, and then Kurt Smith's character comes in and is like, hey, Alex is not a bad guy, I gotta dream better and all that. And they got to end there. But I mean, honestly, the ending we got was better. Not perfect, but better. But anyways, this was a fun time. Definitely worth a watch. Like I said, it's one of the best. And also, this was also a trend of just any horror movies in the late 90s and the early 2000s to the mid 2000s. This was a trend to just put people on the cover like that, black background, all that. But besides that, if you haven't seen it, I should definitely give it a watch. It's not a movie gonna give you nightmares. Well, maybe some kids, obviously, but overall, it's definitely worth the watch. Have a good time. Did you like this movie? If you didn't, what made you not like it? Do you fear planes? I am curious. Who's your favorite character? So, anyways, I'm gonna end it there. Sorry I kind of rambled on, but sorry. Throat's a little dry. I'll leave it here now. Next week I'm gonna try to do the other Final Destination movies. The next one is Final Destination 2. And then I'm also gonna do the Mission Impossible franchise too. So be on the lookout for that. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And are you guys looking forward to the new Final Destination? So, adios.
It's the 9 ride, so I gotta get low.